So I was having a bit of a clear out and I came across this in my garage. It's listed as a mini Einbau Berguns 15mm LED Giganet Weiss. White something or another to do with an LED? Perhaps. I'm actually have no idea where this is from. I kind of have an idea what it is because I can see clearly it's a PIR. 3 wires. It's smelling a lot like an automatic PIR lamp. German? German! This is bizarre. So it's, yes, everything is in German. 230 volts, great. So I think it's got a switching current of up to 800 watts. Installations 2 to 3 meters. So this is something that you could do a Google Translate on if you're interested, but I'm more interested in this part here because we can just see a diagram of what's going on. So it looks like you have your load, and the load neutral is blau, which I'm guessing is blue, and then the switching is red. And then you have brown, which is your live. So I think that's your live power coming in on your brown to this gadget. Common neutral, yeah, common blue. And then your hot is coming out of this. And that is your sensor. It's quite neat though, isn't it? Look at that. If you drill a hole to fit that sensor, everything, you know, you can slot the whole wire through that hole. That's why that's designed that way. And of course you will drill a hole slightly narrower than this outer part, and inside there, yeah, clearly it's an LED, sorry, a PIR lens with the obligatory bee's eye type refractor. It is more of a refractor. And the interesting part though that makes this all tick, obviously inside, by the way, there's a relay. I think we'll have a quick look. But the bit I was going to talk about first is this dip switch. And it does kindly have some numbers on it. So you could possibly guess what they are. It looks like a little light. It looks a triangle, whatever that means. 5, 30, 1, 3, 5, 8. So clearly designed to adjust the time. And I've got the instructions next to me down here, and although they're in German, I think what they're saying basically is this is 8 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, 3 minutes, 30 seconds, or 5 seconds. So currently it's set to 30 seconds. Now, the bit that really though is a bit tricky are these two. So the first setting is Function Tag und Nacht. Tag und Nacht. Functions day and night, and then maybe functions only at night. That would be my guess, like it'll only come on only at night. So for example here I've got a garage, and the garage is in darkness day or night, so maybe I'd want that. How the hell is this gonna know? Okay, maybe it's got an ambient temperature sensor, or sorry, ambient brightness sensor in here. We do potentially have enough pins for that, so maybe that's what it is. It's determining whether it'll come on that. And then Empfindlichkeit Hoch. And then these two here. This is like the bit of the gamble, there's a triangle. That's kind of cool though. I think I'd like to hook it up to something. Witness my deadly apparatus. So here is a mains lead that I have basically jammed those wires in. So you can see we've got power going to our module, our live on the top here, our neutral this side, and then this is our hot wire from the relay that clearly is in there. We were going to open that, I didn't do that yet. You can see we have a multimeter here, and this black wire is going off to ground, so this will tell us when this live wire, this hot wire, is truly hot and sizzling. And I've got a box around the PIR so that we don't activate it prematurely. We don't want that premature activation, do we? Now I'm going to withdraw the protective sheath and let it see movement. Keep an eye on here. Ooh, nothing so far. Little wiggle. No. Oh, it's so robusto. Oh, I wonder now if that's the setting on whether or not... oh, it's only going to function in the NACTs. Maybe if we darken the area. Is that NACTish enough for it? Yes, it is. And there we go. Hot! Don't touch that wire or you'll be dead. Right. Interestingly, you saw how that didn't do what we expected it. So I'm going to switch that switch position down. So, and I'm going to put the light on. So now the light is on. You can see that it's actually still hot. I didn't do the counting. We should do that next time. It feels a bit longer than 5 seconds. It does say 5 sec on the instructions, or 5 SEKs, but I presume an SEK is a second in our UK British time. Definitely more than 5 seconds. Come on. Off. Oh! Hang on. Maybe I'm reactivating it. What a dingbat. Let me pop that back in there. We've got no way of knowing when it's reactivating, right? So it could have just been keep activating. There's the relay's clearly... there you go, the relay's clicked now. The relay's not going to click off and then on again immediately. It'll just stay on. Right. So now we're going to do it. I'm going to count the timer while we're here as well when I see that go up. Down 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, and of course it's just going to keep going on and on and on while it's detecting me. I don't know if I can just stay very still. Yes, I can. I'm only running my mouth. Now I'm going to move my body. Yeah, there you go. That's groovy actually. That's quite a nice little circuit and something that I feel I can add. I mean, you can just mix that into anything you're doing. If you've got any lights in your garage or your shed, you want to augment them with this powerful ability, that's good. The only question you have to ask yourself though, are you going to wire this in parallel with the existing light switch so that your existing light switch acts as a kind of manual on override, or are you going to wire this in series? I feel in series is technically safer, right? So your master light switch is the ultimate, I'm going to power it off. When you power it on, of course, this will come on for at least 5 seconds. I mean, maybe you'll have this come on for a minute, and then it will automatically knock off when somebody leaves the room. So, I mean, that's a pretty okay compromise. But I would like to think that if you're using a PIR sensor, does it make sense to have regular light switches anymore? I guess yes, because you always want to be able to turn them off. Anyway, that's my opinion. Comment down below if you're fascinated with the world of PIR and electronics, because you've got a mind that I would like to explore. And as ever, thanks for watching. I jumped the gun. I forgot we were going to have a quick look inside this, weren't we? Let's see. Hopefully we don't break it. This is actually something that I quite like. Oh, it does have... It's all German on the back too. Slimline Trafos. So we're going to have to gingerly... Oh, there you go. Well, we know there's a relay in there because we heard it. So I suspect you'd have to be careful on inductive loads. That relay could, contacts could burn themselves shut and it will never go off. There we are. Let's pop that out. That's very neat. No adjustment necessary. Starlux. You see that on the PCBA? The old Starlux there. Maybe that's something that's a bit more Googleable than the original stuff. I mean, it doesn't say anything like that on the instruction. In fact, the instructions are by Chili Tech. So, what have we got there? Looks like... Let's get in here. It looks suspiciously like a couple of capacitors right there. There's your little relay. What's it rated to? 10 amps at 120 volts, 5 amps at 240, 5 amps at 30. There we go. That would be your bridge rectifier in there. And then some smoothing stuff. You've got a chip here which is marked as 24SZ and some other markings that are too small to my eye. So I suspect you're rectifying the power to give you some DC goodness here that you're probably dumping through this big resistor to just get a volt drop. I mean, I don't think it's a real power supply basically, and enough to do whatever's going on in here. I don't know if we can, without destroying this, which I'm not going to do, see if there's any real circuitry in there. Possibly. I mean, there's usually something with there, but you can see on the board here there's something suspiciously transistorish going on. I mean, that could be a regulator in there actually, that little guy in there. Come on, focus. That could be a regulator. That's probably giving you down your voltage for this system to run, but there will be something latching this, and that's probably just a combination of this and this, something like that. That's definitely the microcontroller, the brains behind the unit. You'll need a transistor, which I think that guy has got 4 legs. So make of it what you will, but definitely nice simple little circuit, and yeah, useful.